Hi, welcome to Easy Way of Learning Anatomy. Already we discussed about parts of human body and the definition. In this, we'll discuss about the subdivisions of anatomy. That is anatomical subdivisions. We have 10 subdivisions under anatomy. The first one is cadaveric anatomy. Cadaveric anatomy, that is also called gross anatomy. Gross anatomy means without using microscope. In this, we are not using what? Microscope. So we are going to dissect the cadaver, that is dead body. That is cadaveric anatomy means we are going to study the structure of human body by dissecting the cadaver. Here we have two approaches under the cadaveric anatomy, that is regional anatomy and systemic anatomy. So what do you mean by regional anatomy? That is, we will study the anatomy by region wise. That is upper limb, lower limb, thorax, head and neck, abdomen, brain. So according to the region, we will study the anatomy that is called regional anatomy. And second thing is systemic anatomy. So in cadaveric anatomy, second approach is systemic anatomy. Systemic anatomy will study like system wise, that is skeletal system. Study about bones, that is called osteology. Then muscular system, study about muscles, that is called myology. Then articulatory system, that is arthrology. Under this, we will study about joints. Then vascular system, about blood vessels, we will study, that is called angiology. Then nervous system, that is neurology. Under the neurology, we will study about brain and spinal cord and peripheral nerves. Then respiratory system, digestive system, urogenital system and endocrine system. The respiratory, digestion, urogenital, endocrine system together is called splanchnology. So this is about what? Cadaveric anatomy that has two approaches. The first thing is regional anatomy. Second thing is systemic anatomy. Second subdivisions of anatomy, that is living anatomy. So in the living anatomy, we will study the anatomy in living human beings. So in the living human beings, how we will study anatomy? By inspection, palpation, percussion, auscultation. Auscultation by using stethoscope. The next procedure is endoscopy, like bronchoscopy. Under the bronchoscopy, we will study the respiratory tract. Then gastroscopy. Under this, we will study the stomach. Sigmoidoscopy. Under this, we will study the large intestine. The last thing is cystoscopy. That is, under this, we will study the urinary bladder. That is the living anatomy. The third subdivisions of anatomy, that is clinical anatomy. That is applied anatomy. So, studying the normal structure is called what? Studying the normal structure is called anatomy. If we study any abnormality, that is like disease, that is called what? Applied anatomy. This applied anatomy that is very useful in clinical practice of medicine. In the hospital, this applied anatomy is very useful. The next thing is embryology. So embryology, that is also called developmental anatomy. So that is how there is a growth and development of fetus inside the uterus. That is called what? Embryology. Then last thing is histology. Studying the structure under microscope. Like if we see the kidney under the microscope, we can see the nephron. If we see the brain under the microscope, we'll see the neuron. So we'll study the nephrons, neurons, all the structures under the microscope. That is called what? Histology. So we completed 5 subdivisions of anatomy. Remaining 5 divisions we'll see later. Thank you. If this content is useful, you can subscribe this channel. Thank you.